Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit late, starting up just a few minutes because my delightful cat, which many of you are familiar with, Badger, um he like came through and turned over my makeup. So that was fun. And I had to clean it up before I could move forward because he actually turned it over where I'm going to be reading the cards. So that's super fun. Love him, love him, love him. Hello, Veronica. Um, so we've had a really good day. Like our first online psychic fair. For Metaphysical Roundtable. I hope it's not the last, but we're getting the rhythm of how to do this. I know we are so much fun, people. So we started off with the lovely Veronica Jackson, and then we went to Mystic Lee, who did fairy cards. And I thought, you know what? They did some earthy sort of cards today. And I was going to continue with that. Hey, Tina, Angie, Magali, and Kelsey. Wow. I've seen all of those faces in the chats today. Loving this. So, I am going to read from two different decks because, sorry, I love, love, love Badger. But when he comes in and starts touching my stuff, the keyboard just all of a sudden started doing eights across the chat, and I was like, next he's gonna actually press go or something. It's interesting. And it has been a pretty good day, Tina. I think it's been a really good day. So, as I was saying, um, oh, I love you guys. I'm having some eyelash problems. Crazy. Okay, so I'm going to be reading from Earth Magic. That's one of the decks I'm going to be reading from. And the other, of course, is my favorite of all time, my go to John Holland's deck. I will say this is my fourth, maybe fifth deck of his because I wear them out. Yeah, I wear them out hard. Karen Clint, hey, haven't seen you in a bit. Hey Abigail, what does the near future have in store for me? Well, let's find out. So, as you guys line up in the chat, if you are wanting a card pull, we're gonna see what we got here. But I'm really excited. Because I think this is some really good energy. I've been clearing the cards. I know. With the help of Badger, of course, turning over my makeup right before I go on. So awesome. And I love him. I love him. Or we would have had a lot more words. He is currently hiding from me, though. After stepping on the keyboard and then running, it's good times. Okay. So all of you that I said hello to, if you want, yes, we all do love Badger. So we're gonna start with Abigail and then Veronica. So and Angie and Magali. Wow, look at this. Okay, people, let's see what we got. All right, Abigail. I feel like I should be doing numerology for some reason. This is a 4 month. So this is all about manifesting. This is all about putting it together. It's all about creating and building because next month we're going to bring in the change that we built this month, that we manifested this month. So just letting you guys know that. Oh my gosh, these cards are so pretty. I forgot how pretty these cards are. Okay, Abigail. We're going to go with John Holland first. Ooh, Abigail. Okay, we're moving on. And okay, I love, love, love this card for so many reasons, Abigail, because first of all, he's moving out of a place that's not exactly dark, but not necessarily full of light. It's just not the greatest place ever. He's moving out of that and he's moving into a place of a lot of light and a lot of growth because look at all these leaves. So there's a lot of growth there. There's a lot of new stuff there. It's really fascinating. It's also a 6 card, and this is a 6 year in numerology. I know. So it's a lot of balance, it's a lot of harmony, so some good stuff. Let's get some clarification on that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with the clarification card I got for you, Abigail, is the Shaman. Ancient healing wisdom. This is telling you to go within, for you to move on, for you to find the courage to move on, for you to find the stamina. It takes strength and stamina to move on, not just courage, but courage needs backup. Strength and stamina. That's where we pull in the Shaman, and you pull it in from within. You pull it from you, and you pull it from your guides and ancestors. Abigail, I don't know what you're doing, but I love it. So this is a fantastic year for that, because like it's a 6 year. So it's all about community. It's about balance and harmony. And harmony is not an abundance of happiness. It's the balance between light and dark, you see. I know. Just, do I just love that? Okay, let's see. Okay, the lovely Veronica Jackson is next. Oh, we do love her, don't we? She did such a wonderful job this morning, and with a beautiful deck of cards that I now have to purchase. I mean, it's like she showed me this deck of cards, and I'm just like, damn. I have to get in there. I have to have that deck. All right. I tell you, that badger, here he comes again. The dog is like, she's over here. I think they're messing with each other. They're just trying to like mess up my chi here. All right, Veronica. Ooh, Veronica. Firm foundation. Oh, and this card is not just about like that you're building a good foundation, but it's a financial foundation. So you're starting to really build and like receive is a great way to put this, because like when you start looking at the mountains and how high they are, they're starting to receive, and as they receive, in theory, they grow, right? I mean, people say that mountains don't grow, but I mean, it's not like we were around 300 years ago to measure that shit. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like we even measured it then. But I'm just saying, this is a really place to go and receive. And oh my gosh, would you look at that handsome that's in the picture? But this is, you're building a firm foundation. But it does look like it's financial, but it also could be that material, like how you view material things, not necessarily just cash, because it could be like how you're viewing the material. Maybe just super talented and somebody sends you a whole bunch of paints. Oh, oh my gosh, the stone people, vigilance. Okay, Veronica, this is your clarification. So vigilance, that means you're on the right path, but you have to stay on it. You have to like keep walking it, keep talking it. So if you're supposed to, I don't know, create a Facebook page for your business, those kinds of things, you need to be vigilant, and if you're going after something, you have to keep going after it. You can't stop. I mean, you can, but you don't want to stop forever. You want to take a little break. I mean, just a little break and then continue on. But you can't tell a Sagittarius that. You have to let a Sagittarius figure that out for themselves, right? Am I right? Mm-hmm. It looks like Angie Day is next, and then the lovely Magali. So I'm probably missing y'all's comments below, but oh my gosh, look at all these people that have joined. Tara Mitchell, Cheryl Esther, Jennifer Strotman. Hey, Jen. Okay, going back up. Okay, so Angie Day, you are next. I promise I'll shuffle faster. I know, but it's been such a good day. It really has. It's been a pretty day here. The dogs have been outside and they haven't been fighting. Because the cat's been in here causing mischief. But I mean, it's Badger. I think he's supposed to cause mischief. He's a delightful creature. Something about those tuxedo cats that they just like, it's like they know who they are. Yeah, yeah. I hear you over there. He's probably going to sneak around the table and then jump up on me from behind because he likes to do that. Just ask Magali and Veronica. Okay, Angie. Oh, Angie, this is great. Choices. So it's movement, decisions, and choices. And look at this guy. He's like standing in front of like, okay, here's what is that? Yeah, it's like harvest, then maybe partnership or marriage, and then growth, and then there's the spiritual side of sky. So this is really, really fascinating, Angie. It's like you do have a lot of changes and choices coming up for you. And 2 is a partnership card, but it's also a card of decisions. It's also a card of like where do I go next? What do I do? Do I choose right or left? Do I choose blue or green? It's that kind of card. But I feel like there's I really feel like there's only one choice. There's like one and a half choices. And you're just like, I don't really know which way to go, but I think there's really going to be just like one that stands out. And then I don't know what they're saying. They're saying one's going to be sort of hidden from you. It like maybe that choice opens up something else. Oh, okay. This is really great, Angie. A new moon promise. See, I told you he was going to creep up on me. I mean, do you love this? Yeah. And he's all yellow because of the pollen. So the new moon, Angie, is full of promise. And we just had the new moon in Aries on Friday. So, as much as I love you, buddy, it's all right. I cleaned off the space. um this is saying that you really, with this new moon energy, you're not making a poor decision, you're not making a bad decision, you're making the best decision that you can at the time, and you can really manifest what you want. Take this time to manifest, because I teach everybody, I'm not a teacher, I tell everybody that, like, when we go from the new moon to the full moon, we manifest. We grow our dreams, our manifestations with the moon. And then when we get to the full moon, we release it. And then we keep releasing like things that are no longer serving us from the full moon until the new moon. So this is full of promise. I feel like you're in a good place to make a really good decision. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the lovely Magali Augustine. Okay, Magali, Tina. Oh my gosh, Karen, thank you. I love these lashes. These are my baddie lashes, like Baddy. How cool am I? I know. Okay. All right. So Magali and then Tina. I'm probably gonna say this like 8 more times. So I'm in. I'm in. I'm seeing some new people in the chat, and I just caught a glimpse of Gretchen. And I'm hoping, because we had a test run of our online psychic fair, I'm hoping that we can talk someone like Gretchen into coming over for maybe our next one, because we're talking about doing this like quarterly. And maybe Gretchen might like to join us for the next episode. Sorry, I'm still on the halftime show. Can you tell? Okay. La 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 la. You know what would be funny is if Magali got the same cards as Veronica. Okay, they're scowling at me right now, but I think it would be funny. I'm sorry. That's a mother and daughter team there. Just to, like, give you some background. One more shuffle. Ooh, Magali. The truth shall set you free. Now, what I love about this card is that this woman is on like the scales of justice, right? but she's on the scales of justice, and I feel like she's rising up to see the truth of the situation. She's rising up to really see what is going on through this window. That before, she was in a place where she couldn't see it very well, because you think about this: if she's up too high, she's not going to be able to see, and if she's down too low, she's not going to be able to see. But the thing is, the truth of the matter is coming out. It's coming to light. And so all you have to do is just be in the right place at the right time to be able to see it. So that's coming up for you very soon. Let's get a clarification card on that. Just love these earth magic. Aren't they so happy? I mean, Stephen Farmer does have some great cards. I mean, he's a very interesting fella. Stephen Farmer? Yeah. Ooh, okay, Magali. It's all like wintertime, I feel like. Winter solstice, it's a time of reflection. It's a time of really looking deep. So I think this ties with that card so well, because when you're searching for the truth, if you try to look too far away, if you try to look outside of yourself too much, you're not going to find it. But I think this is like a really good thing to remember, is that when you know your truth, it's easy to find out what other people's truths are. Truths. That sounds really weird. It's easy to find out what other people's truths are. I'm going to stop saying that because I sound like an idiot. And I'm so much more fun than that. Right? Right? I know. Well, Kelsey, Facebook has a clearer picture than YouTube. That is weird. But it could be like YouTube just being like catty-wonkered. I mean, sometimes it can be, you know. Okay. All right, Tina, you are next, and then Tara Mitchell. Yes. Yes. Okay. Wow. This is awesome. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Like I said, I'm trying to keep up with everybody's like who be next. Okay, Tina Gunn. Gun it up. I am so much fun at parties. I mean, all you have to do is give me a little vodka or a little tequila. Yeah, I am the spice of life. Such a weird little Virgo. I mean, and then I got the black and white cat over here reminding me about harmony, right? He just acts like he did nothing wrong. He acts like turning over my makeup is not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. I'm like, all right, dude. So much fun. Okay, Tina. Ooh, Tina. You're stepping into some temptation. I like this. Okay, let me tell you why I like this so much. First of all, 15 is a 6. We're in a 6 year. I think this is significant, but I love this temptation card because you see that this guy has like these tendrils that are coming up around him, and he's found the key. He's found the key to get away from it. So he's like slapping the light, like, oh, here we go. Like, stop. It's time to stop. So, anytime you're tempted with something, for me, sugar, I think we all know that about me by now, you know. But for me, it's like sugar, cookies, cupcakes, donuts. So that's something that I can do. I can do things to stop that, right? Are you serious? I can do things to stop that. But I can press the stop button. It doesn't have to like eat me alive. The temptation to do something doesn't have to overwhelm me. It doesn't have to overwhelm you. I'd like to see that on you though, Tina. I would really like to see that. Okay. Ooh, Tina, the clarification card is the wolf, instinct. Okay, so when you're tempted by something, use your instinct. Pull in the energy of that wolf. Pull in the spirit animal of that wolf. That is gonna make a huge difference in how you handle temptation. I mean, what was that song? Like it was back in the 70s or the 80s. Um, eh, like somebody's knocking. Should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil. Would you look at him? She's like, she never dreamed that he would have blue eyes and blue jeans. Yeah, that's right. That's the kind of temptation I'm thinking about. Don't tell Dr. Seuss. God, I hope he's not in the chat. I told him to join. I know. Okay, so we got Tara Mitchell next. And let's see. Jen Strotman. It looks like Jen Strotman wants a card. La 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 la. Oh, Diane, I don't know if you heard me. I'm using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, one of my favorites, my go-to, my everyday, and Earth Magic by Stephen Farmer. So much fun. Hey, Amber Melanie, how are you doing? I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little bit behind, but I'm trying to catch up to you. All right, it looks like Gretchen wants a card. Hey, Kathy. Angie, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Oh my gosh, Gretchen, I would so love to have you. And yes, Kelsey, you can have a card. And Michaela, oh my gosh, Michaela, do you know how much I love that name? It's just love it. And Suzanne. Yes, Suzanne, absolutely. Hey, Courtney. See, I'm trying to catch up to everybody. Yes, Amber Melanie, I'm on it. Oh my gosh. Okay. If there's somebody in the chat, I'm so sorry, you guys. We've had a couple of spammers today. So I appreciate you guys reporting it. If you see a spammer, please report them. I'll try to block them from the page, but I can't see them the way that Melon has their chat set up. I can't see them. So it's kind of difficult. And yes, Courtney, I think I can absolutely get you in. All right, I'm just trying to catch up to the chat. I'm sorry, you guys. La 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 la. I'm on it, Suzanne. I got you on the list. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Danielle. Those pretty devils. Seriously, Tina, I know. All right, Danielle, I will get you in. Yes, Suzanne, I swear, I'm getting on top of it. Yes, Karen, I'm on that too. And Tiffany. Okay. So don't want to make sure that I missed anybody. Hey, I try to be fun, Magdalene. I really do. Danielle on it. Okay. And yes, I can see you this time, Suzanne, I swear. Karen, Tiffany, and holy crap, I'm caught up. Okay, so I have a little list here. And so far, next I'm doing Tara Mitchell, and then I've got all the way up to Tiffany on the list. So I'm trying really hard to keep up with the chat. I should have gotten somebody to sit in there for me, but I really appreciate it if you guys see a spammer, if you see somebody in the chat trying to get you to come over and do readings with them or whatever. Of course, it's your choice, but I don't recommend it. And they are spammers. So just letting you know. So if you guys could report them, that would be fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I can't see them in this chat because they do it the right way and they tag individual people. So it's really difficult. Okay, Tara Mitchell. Oh, okay. Listening to your guides. Okay, Tara Mitchell. This is Trapped in Fear. Now, this is actually a really good card. because you see this guy, he is sitting in a place looking down, got his hand over his face. He's not looking up. If he were to look up, not only would he see that there's openings for him to get the hell out of there, but he would also see that there's light coming in. So this is a perspective card for me. This is all about changing your perspective. That is not easy to do. I do not want you to think that I'm just like, oh, change your perspective, you'll be fine. It is not easy to do. Because there are 3 Virgos in my house and 1 Taurus, and nobody wants to change their perspective ever. So this is something that you have to do little by little. And sometimes with this card, especially if he just pulled his hand away from his face, maybe he would see that there were shadows on the floor. And he could go, well, if there's shadows, then there's light. And maybe he could look up just in increments before he goes, there's a whole opening, a whole world out there. All I have to do is open that window, shatter that glass ceiling. But the light is just on the other side of it. And it's peeking through, showing him that this is not the end. This is not over. So it's just changing your perspective. I don't want you to think that this is the easiest thing ever. So I just want you to see that this is possible. Okay. Let's get your clarification card, Tara. And I really like how your name is spelled, Tara Mitchell. Terra. It's like terracotta. Okay, I love the pots because I grow like a bunch of herbs and stuff. I'm a little tardy in getting my seeds planted this year. It's not my fault. Well, okay, it is my fault, but it's not my fault because my family has just been taking up a lot of my time. Seriously. I mean, even the dogs. Okay, here is your clarification card. Oh my gosh, this is so good, Tara. Fog. It's veiled. So again, the fog is covering up. There's a mist around you covering up what you really need to see. We've got to once the sun starts burning through it, you'll be able to see clearly. Sometimes having patience in the fog, because we've all driven in foggy weather, right? Sometimes having patience when you're trying to get through the fog, or just stopping and just getting your perspective a little better, helps you to assimilate, because it's better when light shines through the fog versus shining on the fog, right? When you try to shine light on the fog, what do you see? It's a wall, right? I mean, that's what I always see. So I think this is a great answer. Stop. Get your get your bearings, get your figure out what's going on around you. The fog dissipates, it rolls around, it's a moving thing. So let it sort of shift and move, and let some of the light come through it to shine and open up what you need to see. This is gonna be good. Hey, Jasmine. Okay, now we got the dog involved. I really hope that is great for you, Tara. I really do. I'm feeling some interesting vibes coming off you, girl, because I had your your guides were telling me to shuffle it another way. So this is very interesting. Okay, who's next? Oh, Jen Strotman. Love this. Wow, is it already 6:30? Where did the time go? Okay. Jen Strotman. I'm just going to shuffle a couple of times here just to clear the deck. And again, I am using John Holland's Psychic Tarot, and I am clarifying that card with Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic. We have on mine and Rachel's show the Discovering Impact, the Discovering Oracle and Tarot. We reviewed Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic. We have not reviewed the Psychic Tarot yet, because that's a little hard to review something that's so close to your heart, you know? Okay, Jen, this is exactly what your guys told me to do. I just pulled up the deck and they said, look at the bottom card, Crown Chakra. All right. So, what we need to do to work on our crown chakra is step out of the earth for a minute. I'm sorry. Y'all, I don't mean to laugh. It's just that Jen is a Taurus. I'm asking a Taurus to step out of the earth. So she's like an animal. She's like a total animal person. So it's really funny. And I'm gonna cry my eyelashes off, y'all, because I'm laughing. Oh, if my eyelash falls on my face, like that's gonna be so embarrassing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna focus on our upper Jen and connection to spirit. Now, the thing is about the crown chakra, and I hope that you guys like watch some of Mystic Lee's stuff that she does on the chakras. And I think you can catch them on reruns on her Mystic Path. It's a channel that we have in our YouTube channel. Mystic Path is one of the channels that we recommend, and she does series of chakras. Like she does a whole chakra series. We've talked about it, Rachel and I have, but we just haven't gotten around to it yet. But doing the crown chakra is like a whole connection thing. And the first thing you do is start by just like working with the color purple, really. I mean, it really does. I know it sounds crazy, but just for me, like how it helped me connect more, Jen, was like working with the color purple, even burning purple candles. I mean, I'm not telling you to go out and buy a big purple chair or anything. I mean, although that would be kind of pretty. Just saying. All right, Jen, let's see what your clarifying card is. Oh, they don't want me to pull that one. The Shaman. I want to see. Oh, I don't. What is going on? I'm pulling the same cards. Okay. All right. This makes sense. All right. So the lotus flower, it's unfoldment. Now, this sounds weird, but I feel like water will help you connect more with your crown chakra. It's something about like water that you have to have faith in, you know? Because most of us when we go swimming, we don't want to do that thing where we try to float, you know, and with like nothing underneath us or nothing, you know, it's really hard to like calm our minds down enough so that our body will float. But the human body typically, I've seen a couple of people that can't do this, but typically the human body will float to the surface. But you have to like calm down. It's hard for me. And you have to have faith. And that I think is going to be, that would be something really good for you, Jen. And also, I did pull Shaman again, and it's ancient healing wisdom. So I know it's within you. But I was like, I already pulled that card. I want to pull something different. You know, I'm just realizing why my makeup is really bright. It's because I forgot to turn the light on that usually illuminates me and like tones down my makeup. I'm telling you, I'm right on top of things today. Okay. Gretchen! Gretchen, you are next. I think we need to talk more about that connecting with your crown chakra, Jen. I may do that the next time I have a couple of hours. Because as soon as I get her on the phone, it's like I can't stop talking. Poor Jen. Okay, Gretchen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Diane, it was so good to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry you have to hop off, but hey, I know we all got lives, right? Danielle, I love you. Okay, I want a like come on, people. Don't mess with me. All right, tell me where to stop. Well, that'll work. Oh, this is good, Gretchen. This seems like something that you just did. rest and rejuvenate. But I don't think it was just that trip. I think because this is a 4 card, I think it represents this month. Um okay, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like this month is you do need to rest. You need to like build up your not strength or tolerance, but you need to build up some time of like Gretchen again. You need to build up some you time. Oh my gosh, it's because you had a lot of family members that you've been taking care of. Okay, so the thing is, this month is all about rest and rejuvenate because you do have some changes coming in May that are going to require you to put out some energy. So this is your time this month. So as many times as you can like kind of get away, even if it's for like 10 minutes a day where you can just be like sit with Gretchen. I would like to do that. I would like to sit with Gretchen. But like anytime you can just like rest and rejuvenate, anytime you have the chance to recharge this month, this is going to be good. You know how I'm about numbers, so I think that's pretty important. Okay. Yep. Dragonfly Emergence. So it's really, really important that you rest this month because there's going to be a lot coming up for you in May. Like the clarifying card is emergence. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up for you, and you need to have that rest. You need to have that like sit back and like gather sort of time. Like that. Oh my gosh. Gretchen, you've been on my little list of people that I pray for and have like a session, little mental session with and light candles. Yeah, I know it's good. Hey Lisa, yes, I can get you in line. So Lisa, I have you right behind Tiffany. Okay. All right, next up I have Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey. La 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 la. Oops. Okay. Wow, this is such a great group. There's a lot of energy in this group. It's awesome. Hun, I tell you, Gretchen, you're just one of my favorite people. I have a list of people that I just kind of keep things like running. And I just go, okay, I don't know what this person needs, but let's just send it to them. And so I did my big one at the new moon that just passed. So everybody on my list got a little something special. It's awesome. Gosh, Danielle, I tell you, you're good for my ego. Okay, Kelsey, 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 Kelsey. Kelsey, we got the universe, the whole universe. No, this is wonderful. This is a great card. It's a 21 is a 3 in numerology. So when you look at the 3, that's about communication. It's about being able to speak your truth without causing injury to others. And a lot of 3s, people that have like a 3 as their life path number, those people will either never speak their truth and just sort of complain about it like behind the scenes and never say anything, like they're not demonstrative about it, or they speak their truth too much and just put it in everybody's face. So there's no in between on a 3. However, I also love the 3 because it's a combination of the 1 and 2. It's the combination of the male, the masculine and the feminine, bringing those two together and like really just embracing it. And embracing both your masculine and your feminine side. Again, with the harmony. I know I talk a lot about this, but I was talking to Mystically today about how you can't have you can't like recognize the light without having the shadow side, without having the dark. And everything is in harmony. We always have a night following the day. We always have day following the night. So we have to embrace our shadows because they're just as important as the light, because the light is what's casting the shadows. So embracing that part of your life is going to bring you into the whole part of your universe, bringing you into that whole, like, that kind of wholeness. And I love it because I feel like this is giving you that time of connection, that kind of like one thing, like connection with the universe. But there is something about you speaking your truth. You don't have to, it doesn't have to cause injury to others just because you speak your truth. And I think that you can find a way to do it very well. So, Lori, awesome. I've got you on the list, and you are right after Lisa. So, oh, Gretchen, you're just the sweetest thing. You really are. Okay, let me get your clarifying card, Kelsey. Just making sure I haven't skipped anybody in the chat. Oh, Kelsey, ocean, ebb and flow. Oh my gosh. That's light and dark. That's in and out and in and out. Oh my gosh, Kelsey, this is such a wonderful card. Move with the tides, ebb and flow. It all moves like that, light and dark. There's balance, there's symmetry. So think about that. And it's so wonderful when you have that, like that balance, and you keep going, okay, okay. And I also see 3 as like a seesaw, because it's the 1 and 2 coming together. It's the masculine and the feminine, and like up and down. And sometimes the masculine needs to be present, and sometimes it's the feminine. What are you doing? What are you doing? Especially guys, like when I'm dealing with my kids, sometimes I need to have that, like, that sort of masculine disciplinary energy, and sometimes they really need that nurturing more than they need the discipline, right? It's a balance. I love it. All right, Kelsey. 21st is 21 is my favorite number. That is perfect, Kelsey. You can speak your truth. You don't have to cause injury to others when you do it. Okay. Hang on, Suzanne, I have one more before you. I have Michaela before you, and then I have Michaela, Suzanne, Amber, Melanie, Courtney, Danielle, Karen, Tiffany, Lisa, and Lori. So, hey, Austin. And thank you, Danielle Bell, for sending love and light. Okay, so Michaela, let's see what we got here. Really love that name, Michaela. I mean, I've always loved that name. It's just, there's so many different ways to spell it. I mean, like Michaela. What is it about Michaela? Was the Queen of Sheba's name Michaela? I feel like the Queen of Sheba's name was Michaela. Maybe I'm wrong. Like the one that had a thing with Samson. Samson? Was it Samson? God, I'm mixing up like all of my stuff. You are so welcome, Kelsey. You are so welcome. Okay, Michaela, let's see what we got for you. That's the wrong one. Samson. Okay, this is weird, Michaela, because I'm pulling a card that I've already pulled, moving on, which is the 6. And this is a year for 6. And this is so wonderful because, as I said before, this is like not a place of complete darkness. It's not a place that's like really the best place ever. But you're moving on to a place that is light. You're moving on to a place that you've really been like looking forward to and like bringing it into fruition. The thing is, the leaves around here, the other person that I read this for, it was a place of growth, but I feel like these leaves are representing more of abundance for you. Michaela, I feel like it's more of abundance that's coming in for you. I really, really like this. I mean, I feel like it's not like you've been in a horrible place. It had some light on it, but it had a lot of, it was like misguided passion or something. I'm not really sure if I understand that. But but I feel like you're moving into a place that is just like exactly what you've been looking for, like exactly what you've been doing. I don't know if you're going to work for like a nonprofit or something, or if you're going to work for something that is like your passion, but I definitely feel like you're in the right place. Okay, Michaela, let me get your clarifying card. Oh my gosh, Michaela, whale, breach. You're busting through this. You really are. This is something, the reason why you're moving on is because you've reached it. You've reached the surface and now it's time to party. I mean, have you ever seen those whales when they breach and they're having so much fun and they're just like woo, boom and just like playing and having fun. And a lot of times they're doing it with each other and just it's joyful. I think this is a great thing for you, Michaela. I really feel like you're really coming in. You're coming to the surface. It's wonderful. It's like you've been seeing it, you could see it, you could almost taste it, and now you're like right there on the top of it. Yeah. Solomon. It wasn't Samson, it was Solomon. And I feel like the Queen of Sheba's name was Michaela. Ha! I knew it would come to me. See, I have some pretty good guides when I listen to them, you know. Oh, that's right, Jen. I remember Michaela. Like, and there's so many different ways to spell it. I like that. I hope this resonates with you, Michaela. I hope this is like just I hope this is nailing it for you. Okay, Suzanne, it is your turn next. Oh, no, it's no problem. It's no problem, Suzanne. Tammy, you're never late, baby. You're never late. You got here when you got here. You're on it. Samson was with Delilah. That's right, Kelsey. Solomon and Sheba. Yeah. What's wrong with me? Okay. All right, Suzanne. Let's see what we got for you. Samson and Delilah. Sorry. I'll stop singing. I don't want you guys to all evaporate. How much fun am I? Like, oh, didn't know this was gonna be like um karaoke hour. Oh, Michaela, I'm so glad. And I really do. I just love your name and I hope that resonated. I really do. I'm excited for you. I hope that things are like you're like really surfacing. It's awesome. Tammy, I can get you in line behind Lori if you would like. I'm just a little bit behind, but I'm on Suzanne right now, and then I have Amber, Melanie, Courtney, Danielle, Karen, Tiffany, Lisa, Lori, and then Tammy. I can go a little later because there's nobody behind me, obviously. But okay, Suzanne, girl, I'm here for you. Okay, this is discontent and boredom. Now, it's not a bad card. This is not a negative card. It is an emotional card, Suzanne. This is an emotional card, okay? So I want you to look closely at this guy. He's not in a terrible situation. He's not in a really bad situation. But if he turned around and looked the other way at this awesome view, or maybe looked down at his feet where the rainbow is, he might be able to build on that. He might be able to find a way out. But the thing is, he has to look at this and change his I don't want to say change his perspective because it's not that. He needs to change um his thought process of like glasses half full, maybe not glasses half full, but like looking at it and going, but I have water in the glass kind of thing. Like, um, you know, I'm not living up to my best potential. Because if I want to make it over here from where I am, I at least first have to turn around and look at it. So looking at it in that perspective and just being like, okay, instead of thinking the glass is half empty or half full, start just thinking, I have water in my glass. Like I'm doing pretty good. Like I've got a good vibe going here. Um so it's not changing necessarily your perspective, but changing your I don't even want to say attitude because that's wrong, but changing the way that you're phrasing it, the way that you're putting it out there, you know? Because if you do have a half full glass, you could just be like, yeah, my glass is only half full, or you could say, hey, I have water in my glass. Wow, that sounds really different, doesn't it? Okay, Suzanne, I want to see what your clarification card is. So they're stuck together. Ooh, tsunami. This is a wake up call. I feel like what this was going on in the discontent and boredom is has something to do with your health. It has something to do because it's an emotional card. And this is water and this is also emotion. There's something going on with you that I feel like is causing some emotional turmoil. And I think that it just needed that like wake up call to say, hey, you can fix this shit. You can do this. You know, this is my channel, so I'm cussing. I hope you guys aren't offended. Um, but this is gonna be your aha moment. This is gonna be your come to Jesus time when you say, you know what, I can fix this, I can change it, and making that happen. As I open a Coke Zero, okay, I don't drink a lot of these drinks, but I forgot my water up in the house. And since I'm on on live, I'm not going to drink my moon water out of the jug like some damn redneck. So instead, I'm going to drink like an unhealthy person, the Coke Zero. But I'm not drinking a case of them a day. So I'm being a little judicious here. Oh, no, 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 no. You're 3 surgeries in one day is scary as hell. Are you kidding me? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna light some candles for you, Suzanne. Okay. I'm gonna light some candles for you. We got some people in the chat that can send you some good energy because I know these people. So this is your wake up call. This can happen. 3 surgeries in one day. So when you come out of those surgeries, you're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make this rock and roll. We're gonna make this body work for the remainder of my time here, and we're going to make it work good. We're going to make this work awesome. Put out a time. We're going to make this work for 40 more years. We're going to make this work for 50 more years. I mean, I tell everybody I want to live to be 106, but Rachel's trying to talk me into living to be 108. I don't really know. She has some reasons, but I thought 106 was good. I do know this. If I cross over before her, I'm going to haunt her ass. If she's in the chat right now, she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, Suzanne, baby, let me tell you something. I got candles all over the joint. I got some candles fresh from the new moon right here on my altar. I will put your name on it. Oh my gosh, Suzanne, Gretchen's gonna put you in her grid. See? There's a lot of people out there that can be here for you. Oh my gosh, Jen, if you want to haunt people together, I'm in it. Suzanne, you are most welcome. You are most welcome. Such good energy. Who's next? It's Amber Melanie. I love that. Okay, I feel like somebody came on after Tammy. Let me just scroll back up really fast. Gloria, absolutely, Gloria. I'm going to put you in line behind Tammy. So I'm getting there. I swear. I'm moving slow, but I'm getting there. Okay, Amber Melanie, this is your life. Just kidding. Suzanne said her surgery was on Thursday, I believe. She says she's having 3 surgeries in one day. That's got to be scary and tough. So just remember, Don't hold on to your fear. Let go and have faith. It's very difficult to do. I don't want to make light of that, but you can't hold on to fear and faith at the same time. Okay, Amber Melanie. Oh, Amber Melanie, I'm coming to your house. This is material and spiritual prosperity. All right, it's a 6 card. So this is a 6 year. So I think that you need to look into this, look into some stuff a little deeper, because I feel like you've planted a lot of good shit. I feel like this is bringing in all the elements. Like it's earth, it's wind, it's water, it's fire because the sun's there. This is fantastic. And it does, because it's a red border card, this also has to do with finances. Now, as I said before about somebody else in the reading, I think that might have been Veronica. The red cards do represent material wealth, but that can mean something different to everybody. Okay, because if somebody brought me and gave me a Maserati, like I would be like, that's awesome. How does it look with Cheerios in the back? That's what I would be thinking. I would be so much more happy if they brought me a minivan. Don't judge me. Those minivans are tight. Have you seen those? They have video things in the back. You can control the doors with the remote. I'm like, that's what I want. I don't want some big damn SUV. I want a minivan. I don't want a Maserati. I want a minivan. So everybody's like money situation, everybody's material wealth looks a little different. So what is it that you want, Ember Melanie? Do you want a pot of gold, or do you want a big box of photography equipment? Or do you want a place where you can live with 100 dogs? I'm just like throwing these things out there. I'm not saying that you have to have any of these. But look at what your material wealth means to you, because you're bringing it in. You're bringing it in, and all the elements are present. This is really, really awesome. So let's get a clarification card for you. Oh my gosh, look at this. Thank you, Lori. You're so sweet. And Shay Coleman, would you look at that? See, there's somebody else that I was thinking I might try to talk her into doing one of our psychic fairs, since we're only doing them 4 times a year, like, quarterly. Well, I mean, 4 months, because we're going to have 2 each month that we do them. I was like, maybe I could talk her into doing it, but I don't know. She's really good. She just doesn't want to. I don't know if she would want to do that. But all right, Amber Melanie. And I'm just going to put her on the spot here in the chat. That'd be hilarious. Okay, here's your clarification card. Oh, the Dragonfly Emergence. So your material and spiritual wealth is coming out. Like, it's stuff that you've planted. It's stuff that you've put down. You've put down the foundation and you're coming out. You're like, it's springtime for Amber Melanie. It's time to come out of that cocoon. I think it's going to be awesome. Yes, you, Shay. And I love this because some of my clients that are in the chat right now, like all of these gestures and stuff that I do with the cards, I do that like when I'm just on the phone with them, because I usually have in my earbuds and I'm still moving my arms around and doing all this like they're sitting right in front of me. It's crazy. Yeah. Mom-mobile, yes. I don't even have kids, but I dig minivans, dude. I mean, minivans. It's awesome. 100 dogs. I mean, if that's what it looks like for you, it's good. Oh my gosh. Guess who's next? It's Courtney. All right, Courtney, let's see what we got for you. I've got Courtney, then Danielle, Karen, Tiffany, Lisa, Lori, Tammy, and Gloria. I know. Shay might have wanted a card reading. She's really quite good. I know. Look, she's probably running. She's probably like, she ain't put me on there. okay, my mentor did that to me. She just like told me, she said, hey, I signed you up for a psychic fair on Saturday, so take your card deck and whatever you want on your table, show up at 8:30, good luck, bye. That was like before I had a cell phone, so she just left it on my voicemail at home. Yeah. So much fun. All right, Courtney. Love, love me do. Ooh, Courtney. Courtney's got some decisions coming up. Now, I know that Courtney's married, but I think this has decisions that has to do with not necessarily marriage, but where like it's like something about her family. This is this is all about movement, choices, and decisions. This card has to do with money as well because it's the red background, and that's what the red background on John Holland's deck has to do with. And for her, I think this is actual money. I think this is actual cash. Because it's not like I see the gold coins in the background. This has to do with growth possibility, and it has to do with money. And I think it does have to do with movement. I want to see what the clarification card is here, Courtney, because I think this is going to give you like some kind of. She keeps saying it's going to give you some insight. I don't know where your decision is lying lately. Oh my gosh, y'all. And she has the cutest little boy. I could just eat him up with a biscuit. He's so cute. And then I have those boys upstairs. They're dirty right now. Okay, so this is really interesting because I first pulled ebb and flow, and I was like, I feel like that does relate because you need to like understand that sometimes you're like, sometimes you're the one that's like bringing home the bacon, and sometimes you're the one that's eating it. You know, sometimes Brian's the one that's bringing home the bacon, and sometimes he's eating it. So there is an ebb and flow here. This is the important card, though. The ceremony, the invocation, this is about prayer. This is all about prayer. And it's not just about prayer, but it's about manifesting and bringing in like what you want. The thing is with like prayers is I love how my eyelashes are coming off. I love how Maya Angelou always said she was going to fling prayers up to heaven, you know, because she was in essence saying that she's letting them go. She's one of my heroines. I think Jen and I both saw her on campus when we were in school together, but we didn't go together. We just saw her. She was amazing. But I love how she always illustrated that, like you're flinging your prayers up to heaven, because in order for heaven to answer your prayers, you have to actually let them go. Just like you have to let go mail when you mail it. You don't hang on to it and still expect it to get mailed to Alaska. So when you're manifesting and when you're doing your praying, fling those prayers up to heaven and let it go, and know that spirit is going to take care of it. It's interesting that a Leo would hang on to something. Just can't imagine. I would really like for you to come to Georgia. I don't think Shay's the only person. Just saying. I mean, you know, like if a house came up and somewhere near me, just food for thought, right? Danielle, you are next. So I think there might be two Danielles in the chat, but only one, I believe, has asked for a reading. Yes, Danielle Ledger. Am I saying her name right? The other Danielle sent love and light, and I love, love, love that, but I didn't know if she wanted a reading. I'm not forcing it on her. So Danielle Bell. So, Danielle Bell, if you would like a reading, I can put you at the end of this. I would not get tired of seeing you, Courtney, because you are hilarious. And plus that, I'm really busy. I barely get to see my own family. I mean, yeah, they're very interesting though, my kids. We're on spring break this week, so y'all pray for me because we're gonna be going to Six Flags and Legoland. And you would think that would be fun, but y'all haven't met my children. Yeah. It's gonna be like, I really want that to eat. I really want that to eat. Okay, $9 for something really tiny. And then they go, I take a bite. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, thanks. Okay, Danielle, this bud's for you. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love this card because it's a 17. So it's really like an 8. It's got the vibration of an 8. So 8 is abundance and it's like what you're bringing in, and it's a time of finances. Now, I will say when people are an 8 in their life path, they can manifest anything they want. They can manifest buckets of shit or they can manifest buckets of gold. It's your choice. But this is something that you've really been working towards, and you've kept the hope alive, baby. And now the hope has grown into a full being. I don't know if you can see it in there, but the hope that you've been feeding, the hope that you've been trying to grow, all this that you've really just been trying to put it in there, you're bringing it into fruition. Like it's like a real breathing thing now. I am so excited about that. I've never been to Georgia or anywhere in the Southeast, actually. Oh, Kelsey, you're really missing out. Let's see, what do we got? We got mosquitoes. Everything is yellow right now, even after the rain that we had because of all the pollen, including Badger, who rubbed himself all on my black pants earlier. And he went from being yellow with pollen to all over my pants being yellow because he likes to go outside a lot. They do have a Legoland here in Georgia. Oh, and traffic, Kelsey. The Atlanta traffic is super fun, and it can take hours. Super fun. So I don't want to oversell Georgia. The food is fantastic. I mean, the food is absolutely fantastic. So I don't want to oversell it with the mosquitoes and the pollen or the humidity. Let's don't forget the humidity. Yeah. Super fun. Karen Clint. You're next. But yeah, they do have a Legoland here. And that's always fun because the boys always want to buy Legos. And then there's these tiny little Legos all over my house that I can step on in the middle of the night with bare feet and then cry like a small child in the hallway. It's great. Okay, Karen Clint. Ooh, Karen, sacral chakra. Okay, sacral chakra is really awesome. I don't want to say it's just about sex because it's not. It's a lot of it's a lot of that deep rooted sexual energy, but it's not all it's about. But the sacral chakra is just it has a lot of your confidence, but it's not your ego confidence that's in your power center of the oh my gosh, I can't even think of the solar plexus chakra. And it's not the how am I going to support, how can I be supported, how do I support myself in like emotionally or financially or whatever in the root chakra. It's like in between, but it does have a lot to do with like sexual energy. So the thing is because a lot of women, a lot of us really love sex. All right, come on. Yeah. But we can sometimes go overboard with it or underboard with it. So, there's a happy medium. There's a happy medium somewhere. I finally found it in my 40s. It's not too bad because I've slept with the same man for 12 years. That's a new one for me. Yeah. Because in my 20s, like I went, ooh, way overboard, way overboard with it. Because I had been taught as a child to really hold on to like and not be so sexual, not be so sexual. So when I popped that cork, I went crazy with it, right? And a little bit in the a little bit in my third, okay, a lot in my 30s too. I mean, I was calming down in my 30s, but still. But the thing is, it it brought me a sense of something that I could like control a little bit. Like I could control like who I slept with. And not everybody has that. Not everybody can say that, right? So it gave me that kind of like feeling. But who is talking to me from Metaphysical Roundtable? I am dying to know. Um um since I are one of those people, identify yourself, please. So I think that this has a lot to do with not so much sex with you, but so much like what part of your life are you trying to control? Let's see what the clarifying card is for you, Karen. Oh, new moon promise. I am talking about sex again, Rachel. Can't help myself. I put everything in a sexual place. I'm sorry, Karen. You're probably not even thinking that, but it was me. It's my head. Um, this this is wonderful, Karen. This is a wonderful thing. It's something that I feel like you're promising not necessarily to other people, but you're promising yourself. It's I know what it is about the sacral chakra. It's about your standards. It's about your standards, not necessarily for not it's not sexual standards. Um, but I mean, come on, if Lenny Kravitz showed up, but it's not necessarily sexual standards, but it's standards that you're just like this is going to sound weird, but you're not going to let anybody through the threshold that doesn't have these kind of standards. And you're not opening yourself up, you're not opening the gates up without that. Oh my gosh, Karen, are you protecting yourself? Because this is a promise. Did you make a promise to yourself? This is something that I feel like you're protecting yourself and you're making some choices. Oh, Karen, I am so sorry. I'm putting you on a list for a candle too, because that's trauma. And I know you recognize it. And I know that, but this is a different kind of trauma that I feel like you've experienced before. And I feel like this is a kind of trauma that could affect like that kind of confidence that we have in ourselves and in our abilities. So that's the kind of confidence that you see in the sacral chakra. Mm. Oh, hun. I am so sorry, Karen, but I'm lighting a candle for you too, girl. Um, okay, I've got Tiffany next. And then the 40s do rock. 40s rock a lot. Um, I know. You have all that in Nebraska, Kelsey. I know. I've been to Nebraska. Holy shit. It is like crazy. But you have snow in Nebraska. We get ice down here. Y'all, Rachel has been on an adventure. Let me just tell you. She's been out at the Winchester Manor House. I cannot wait to hear everything she has to say. I can't wait to hear all about that energy in that house. I mean, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. I don't even have words. Oh, Karen, I am. I'm adding you to my list for my candles. Okay, next I have Tiffany. Tiffany, Lisa, Lori, Tammy, and Gloria. And then we're gonna stop at Gloria. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I gotta make a stop somewhere because it's already a little bit over. Although Metaphysical Roundtable did want a reading. See, Rachel, everybody wants to hear about the Winchester house. I can't wait. Okay, Tiffany. Ba-ba-ba. Oh my gosh, Tiffany. The universe. This is about communication. This is definitely about communication. That you can communicate. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so you. This is a conversation that we just had. This is about communication. This is about communicating your truth, and you don't have to cause injury to others with it, but you can speak your truth in the nice, gentle Tiffany way. This is wonderful. It also, when you start speaking your truth more, Tiffany, it is going to open you up more to the universe. It really is. Danielle, she would have went live, but she was with the Spirit Realm Network, so they were doing their own live. It was great. It must have gotten to me because I missed you. She missed me. I love it. Would you look at that, y'all? Again, I'm tearing up. Gonna lose it here. All right, Tiffany, let's see what your clarification card is. The lotus flower. Unfoldment. It's like we have a little bud that's opening up and blossoming. You're unfolding. And it's the water energy too, is emotional. Loving it. Loving it. I tell you, y'all know, just bringing a tear to my eye that Rachel says she missed me. I wonder if it's just that she missed me being a pain in the ass. I am silly, but I'm really good at it. I'm really good at a lot of things. Yeah. Maybe we can talk about it on one of our lives, Rachel. Ooh. So much fun. Okay, next is Lisa. Lisa, and Cult Jam. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. And I'm not going to sing. I mean, I really want to sing Lisa, and Cult Jam, but I'm not. Because this is not psychic karaoke, right? That would be a fun show, though. Like psychic karaoke. What song most resonates with this person? And then we start singing it. Yeah. Okay, Lisa, I swear I'm going to stop talking about this stupid stuff. Oh, Lisa. That fell out. Stand your ground. Now, this is wonderful. This is a 7 card, okay? This is spiritual expansion. This is spiritual knowledge. This is all about, okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm going to ground myself here, and I'm not going to let anybody push me around and tell me I don't get it. Because spiritual knowledge, spiritual expansion is very personal. It's a very personal thing. So you can't tell somebody else that their journey is wrong. You can't tell somebody that. And you are just now saying, you know what? My journey's not wrong. This is how I'm functioning. This is how I'm learning. And when you do, the light starts to break out. You start to see, like, okay, here it comes. The sun is starting to shine on me. This is wonderful. It's almost like an eclipse energy too. We have an eclipse this month. We do. We have a solar eclipse on the 30th of this month. There's something going on with eclipse energy too for you this month, Lisa. So keep that in mind. This is spiritual expansion, this is spiritual growth, this is spiritual knowledge. It's also taking that time to rest. It's taking that time to just go, okay, all right, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. And it's okay for me to be here. This is a wonderful time. This is a breakout energy. And I think it really does have something to do with that eclipse that we have coming up on the 30th. I'm singing Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam in my head. I can't stop. But I'm not going to sing it out loud, Lisa, because I don't want to embarrass myself anymore. Lisa, this whale breach. This is truly you coming to the surface. This is truly you busting out. And you are doing your thing. You're doing your own journey. This is not You're not on anybody else's timeline, you're not on anybody else's time frame, and I think that you're doing a wonderful job of it. The dog must have pissed off the cat. I don't know what happened. They're getting crazy back here. Hey, Glenda! Okay, Lisa, I've got Lori, then Tammy and Gloria, and we are going to wrap it up after that because it's been a minute. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. Hour and 21 minutes. I'm going to say it right because the thing is timing me, so I won't lie. Okay, Lori. Lisa, I really hope that resonates with you. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I really hope that resonates with you. I can't get Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam out of my head, and I'm telling you, I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to sing it. Okay, Lori. Fertility. Now, Lori, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're pregnant. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're like getting knocked up. Not that you aren't either. I'm just saying. So when I get this card for a lady that maybe in her childbearing years, I tell her to watch her birth control. Just in case. Just in case. But it's also a period of growth. It's not just about pregnancy. This is about like growth all around, because if you'll note, the light is in her heart chakra. And I don't know if you've ever heard me and Rachel talk about chakras. We always say that the heart chakra has a huge effect on the upper and lower chakras. So whatever's happening in the heart chakra has a direct domino effect on those chakras. And the root chakra does too, because the root chakra can really mess you up all the way up if you don't take care. What are you doing, please? So the thing is that this is a real time of growth for you. And there's a lot of communication here, and there's a lot of that yin and yang energy, because 3 is also the masculine and the feminine coming together. It's the 1 and the 2 coming together to make that 3, to make that time of really communication. So this is a time of real growth. So I don't know what you have you've put in your heart that you're wanting to grow, that you put in your heart that you're wanting to create, but it's coming. It's coming. So let's see what the clarifying card is. Ooh. I haven't pulled this one yet. The Eagle. Communion. Oh my gosh. Rachel's probably wetting her pants right now because it's a bird. So the Eagle, communion. This is really about us like having that dialogue with spirit, having that dialogue with nature. And that may be that part of the growth that you're like having, is like growing in spirit, growing in like having your spiritual growth, or moving in a different direction no, you're in the right path. That's not right. It's not moving in a different direction. It's like kind of moving up instead of like you're on the right path. It's just now you're moving up. And I feel like now is time to really have that communication, that communion with nature, with spirit. Maybe you should start thinking about spirit guides and like especially animal spirit guides and just saying, "Hey, I'm going to like work with this animal today or this week and pull another card next week and work with a different animal." If you have any animal decks. If you don't, just like pick an animal. Like go on the internet and pick an animal. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, it's great. Oh my gosh. So good to see. Glenda, you're so sweet. Thank you for joining. Okay, Tammy. All right, Tammy, I've got you next. I'm gonna stop singing. I'm not pretty when I sing, and I'm not pretty when I cry. I do those things a lot, though. Lori, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Danielle, yes, I had wondered earlier if you wanted a reading, but I didn't see your response. So I feel kind of bad that I didn't get you in that, but I can get you in there now. All right, let's see what we got for Tammy. Tammy. Okay, let me tell you about this card. This says triumphant success, but it's also a one card. So it's like a new beginning. What I really like about this card is that we are seeing this guy buried, right? Guy, girl, whatever. This person is buried, all right? But they are coming out of it. They are coming out and they are cutting the darkness, literally cutting the darkness with their sword. And what they're doing is they're bringing the light because they're just like, screw this. And they're coming out of the darkness. They're coming out of it and they're cutting through it. They're cutting through it's not even true darkness, but they're cutting through it. It's like they're cutting through the tedium. They're cutting through the bullshit. So they're cutting through it and they're bringing the light. This is a one card. It's new beginnings. It's Genesis. It is about that, like bringing it to light. And this person really has been through it. I mean, because they've been in the ground long enough. They've been in this dark place long enough that grass has started to grow. And now they're just like, I've had enough. I've had enough. And I'm making some changes. So this is where we are. Making some changes. And it's going to be successful. Because you're taking the bull by the horns, Tammy. Okay. Your clarification card is the desert. And this is a vision quest. This is interesting, Tammy, because Badger just, I mean, could he just jump up and scare me? He loves to do this to people, by the way. But a vision quest. Okay, so we know what a vision quest is, right? You don't have to take peyote to have a vision quest. I mean, although that would kind of be fun. Right? I mean, if I had somebody there to watch over me, you don't have to take peyote to have a vision quest. But the thing is, you have a vision of what you want your life to be. You have a vision of how you want to like make this like energy more fluid. You don't want the energy to be clogged up anymore, like in this where the energy was clogged up. He was below the ground. So now we're going to unclog that energy and we're just going to like really just say, okay, we're letting it go. We're moving forward. We're moving on out, right? Yes, Jasmine, I see you. But Jasmine, stop. Come on, baby. Lay down. But this is going to be you're going to have to pull it out yourself. You're going to pull this together and it's all within your capable hands. Very interesting. Very interesting, Tammy. Okay. Okay, I've got Gloria. You are next. Gloria. See, I told you I've got to stop singing. Jasmine. That's why we went potty before mommy came on. So come on, lay down. Be a good girl. No. Be a good girl. Thank you, baby. I mean, everybody wants something right now, right? Okay, Gloria. This one's for you. Oh, that jumped. Let's see what we got here. Gloria. Oh my gosh. Now, this is a different way to see the one. Okay? This is a different way to see, like, the 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10, which breaks down to a 1 in numerology. You guys, I can't get away from the numerology. I'm in it. I'm in it. So this is wonderful. This is a wonderful card. Gloria, not only are you in the light, but you're bringing in more. It's really at your hands. You just have to recognize it. And it's just like being in the middle of a shitstorm. Sometimes you can't see your way out. It's the same way with being in a bunch of light, with being in a bunch of energy. Sometimes you can't see like how good it truly is. But this is wonderful because I feel like you're just like, this is so wonderful, and you're pulling in light, and it's almost like you're pulling in light and you're throwing it out to others. You're just like, oh, and then flinging it out to others, like, here's some for you, and here's some for you, and here's some for you way over there, So I feel like you're in a really good place, and it is a new beginning. I wonder if you're taking Reiki. That's a big energetic move. That's a big one, Gloria. But it might be good for you to take some sort of like certification, like Reiki, or doing some energy work, because that would make sense with this card, is like you being an energy worker. And here's your clarification card. The tsunami. It's your wake-up call. Oh my gosh. Really, really, Gloria, I feel like this is wonderful because this is your aha moment. This is your moment of just like, this is exactly what I need to do. This is what I need to do. I feel like you are doing some sort of energy work. You're doing some sort of emotional healing, maybe even a counselor or a coach of some kind, because this is water. So this is all emotional. And that's like, that has a lot, but Reiki is very emotional to me. So we'll just ask my Reiki teacher. She's in the chat. So it's funny. Okay, Danielle Bell. Hey Cassie, how are you? Okay, you guys, I am caught up, and I wasn't going to take anybody else after Danielle Bell, but let me see how many other people ask for it after her. Let's see, because I may be able to squeeze you in. I mean, Rachel Warren, I got to do her. Glenda Peck. Okay, Denise Moss Davenport. Okay, I think I can do this. If I just have those three, I think I can do that and end it with you. Unless you want a reading, Cassie, I can do that. And let's see. Okay, so Danielle Bell, and then Glenda Peck, if you're still here, if you want a reading, I can do that for you because it was just your birthday. And Rachel Warren, of course. And then Denise, and I can end with you, Denise. How about that? And well, I mean, if you want a reading, I can pull. And then that'll wrap us up nicely. And it'll probably bring me to right at 2 hours. I know, this is fun. Okay, Danielle. And this is for Danielle Bell. We have 2 Danielles in the chat. I don't know if you guys can see each other because I think we're streaming to like 6 places tonight. I have no idea actually. I stopped looking. Okay, Danielle Bell. Let me just shuffle these cards. Ooh, Danielle, intuition. Okay, first of all, it's a 2 card. So 2 is a very feminine number. And that makes sense because your intuition is more of the feminine side of yourself, not so much the masculine. But I think that there's something that you need to embrace. Like there's something that's coming into you for your intuition. It's like it's like you're just on the edge of it. You're just on the edge of opening it up. And didn't you tell me that you were doing Reiki? Are you the one that said you were doing Reiki, Danielle? This it might be that you're opening up and getting ready to do even more. So I think everything is like I keep saying it's like it's right on your peripheral vision. It's like you see things but they're just outside of your peripheral vision, and you see something and as soon as you turn your head like it's gone. It's getting closer, hun. And the only thing that's holding you back is really fear. Oh my gosh, I love this. Eagle communion. This is so wonderful. This is you communing with spirit. This is specifically spirit with you. And I think nature has a lot of that. But this for you, I think, is meditation. I think it's not just communion. This is specifically meditation for you because that's what sometimes communion means to me. And I think that that's going to be a really, really good thing. And Danielle, let me tell you something. This shit scares the hell out of me. I mean, it really does. I mean, I don't even like to go on ghost walks without Rachel. I mean, they trick me all the time. I thought the ghosts in Rachel's store was like her spirit guides because, I was only at her store with her and they were there. So I thought they were her spirit guides. And, it took me a little while to realize that they were ghosts. Yeah, it's so stuff has started to open up for me. It scares the hell out of me. I'll just be real honest with you. Yeah. And the eagle is a great guide. The eagle is a great guide to have. It's really awesome. Interesting. Glenda Peck, are you still here? Because I can do your reading now. But if not, I can do a reading for you like later because it was your birthday this week. Throwing a little birthday reading for Glenda. And I don't know if Rachel's still here. She's probably at the airport, so I don't know if she's still in the chat. So in that case, until Rachel and Glenda pop up, since I know them so well, I'm gonna go ahead and do you, Denise. And I think your name is hyphenated, Denise Moss something. Davenport. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Denise, let's see what we got for you. It has been a minute, Cassie. It's been a minute since I feel like I haven't been able to catch up to my friends because it's just gotten busy and I can't All right, let's see what we got for you, Denise. Oh, solar plexus chakra. Now, this is a different kind of power than the sacral chakra. This is personal power. This is a bit of ego, okay? So this is good ego. I don't want you to think that ego is always bad. But you do have to have a certain amount of like ego to be able to just get up and walk around. I mean, okay, eyelashes do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I wear the eyelashes a little bit out of ego because it just makes me feel good. So the sacral plexus chakra is about personal power. It's about like your personal power, what you're giving out. And I don't want you to be giving out too much. Because I feel like you're not saving enough for yourself. I want to get a clarification card on that right away, because your solar plexus chakra may need to, you may need to spend some time on it. I mean, Denise, I think that you really may need to spend some time on it, because I feel like you're you're giving out more than you're bringing in, and you're giving out like a shitload. I mean, you're really putting some energy out for people. And I don't know if this is work or home, or your family. It's something that you do all the time, though. That's why you don't have time to recharge, because you're just like doing it all the time. Are you working in the medical industry or something? I mean, I've seen this on nurses, so that's why I ask. Oh my gosh. Okay. Your um uh, your clarification card is the wolf, and it's instinct. So I have a feeling that you do know when it's time to like stop. When it's time to just like stop moving, stop doing stuff, but you feel guilty because you're just like, I need to focus on myself. Denise, a teacher. Are you kidding me? I that is you're giving and giving and giving it out. You need to start like pulling back a little bit. I know teachers have had it rough right now, because let me tell you, my kids' teachers, I kiss their ass. I'm like, what do you need for your classroom? Because my boys, I love them. I love them a lot, but they're a pain in the ass. And it's okay. I love them. That's just who they are, right? So this is the thing, is that you've got to listen to your instincts when your spirit guides, when your gut feeling, that solar plexus is saying, hey, Denise, stop, just stop. And it's not bad for you to take a day off every now and then. There's substitute teachers out there that are like, hey, I could really use a job right now. So, don't you guys get like PTO? Don't you get days through the year? I mean, it's not bad to stop and take a day off. Let them flounder for a day. Let them do worksheets. Let them figure it out. The world is not going to fall apart. And I know this because that's the kind of teacher I was. And I taught college people that should have been able to do the shit all by themselves. But I was just like, oh no, I want to make sure you do it perfectly. No, it's a total Virgo. And yes, I felt like they needed me too. But when you're putting too much out, you can't give any more to them. You can't give from an empty vessel. You need to recharge yourself. You got to get out there and do that. And some of the teachers that I read for, I tell them, at least just go outside and put your feet on the ground. At least go outside and touch a big tree. Like, recharge yourself somehow. Get yourself some crystals. Let's start recharging just a little bit at a time. So, no, Denise, take a damn day off. Come on. Yeah. No, please. Oh, yeah, I'm such a good Virgo. Like, I mean, obsessive, hmm, a little controlling. Shut up, Rachel. I know she wants to say something. But yeah, that's the thing. And it's like that in too, it's like that in my readings, because I'll see what could possibly happen. And I try to warn people, like, this is what I see that could happen. This is what I see that could happen. But the thing is, if I tell people this is what could happen, maybe somebody in that mix will change their mind about something. Maybe I'm putting that energy out there that they will change their minds about something, because it's stuff that's out of my control. This is stuff that's out of your control. So put the energy out there that maybe something will change. Maybe they'll be okay that day when you're off, but you need to take some time. Yeah. Go spend time in the Dollar Tree. That always relaxes me. Well, now it's $1.25, but oh my gosh. How do you not love the Dollar Tree? Or sometimes I just waste time on Amazon shopping for things that I'm never actually going to buy, and I just put them in my wish list. Yeah, and Dr. Seuss will be like, um, there's like $1,500 of stuff in our wish list. I'm like, oh yeah, is there. It's going to stay there too, so don't take it off. Special, right? So, and really, sometimes, Denise, sometimes I just need time by myself. Sometimes I just go to the library because it's quiet. First of all, I love the library because it's so tidy and everything's in alphabetical order. Oh my gosh. And it's clean. It's clean. You know, so sometimes I just go to the library because it's quiet. And I'll just be there for a couple of hours with the books. Man, how nice is that? Sometimes I can only squeeze out 30 minutes, but you know, it still makes me feel better. It like recharges me a little bit. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry about the spammers, you guys, but I can't see them in this chat. And now they know how to tag people in like as an individual. So I don't see the threads in this chat. It's very frustrating. But thank you for doing that. Okay. I'm going for Cassie. All right, Cass. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I know. I should own stock in Amazon too. Huh? I mean, everybody should shop that way, Danielle, right? I mean, shopping on Amazon just makes me feel good. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Denise, sometimes really, if I only have 30 minutes to spare and I go to the library, it does help me recharge my batteries a little bit. It's just nice to be in a place that's quiet. Okay, Cassie. Oh, Cassie. Would you look at that? Spiritual strength. Okay, first of all, I don't know because I hadn't talked to you in just a minute, but I don't know what transition you're getting ready to go through, but your spiritual strength is there to support you. Like the transition you're going through, I don't know how to say this. It has light behind it. Like it's like the light comes after you go through this change, after you go through your cocoon, you know, and you bust out. This is what's coming, and this is the light behind it. Your spiritual strength is going to get you through it because it's there. It's there. It's all over the place. I feel like you haven't relied upon it as much. Very interesting. Elizabeth Russett is spam. Oh yes, please block any spam messages. Please, please, please. But Cassie, this when you get through the transition, or even when you're part of the way through it, you're gonna see the light coming. You're gonna see the light ahead. There's some stuff that I feel like you were in a place where it was not dark, not bad, just, you know, like a little bit different, but pretty much the same all the time. And I think that I think you're moving into a place that is definitely different, has a different energy. Um, she says it's the same but different. I don't know. Your spirit guide is saying that. Gonna need to make a decision next week. Wow, Cassie. Well, you're making a decision. I feel like you're going the right way, but it's not the way that you. I don't. It's either not the way that you anticipated to go, or it's not the way everybody thought you would go. Everybody thought you would go very safe, like moving into the safe, but safe may not be the byword for you. Oh my gosh. New moon promise. Okay. I don't know what you're promising yourself. I don't know what promise that spirit is trying to give you. This isn't to yourself. This is spirit giving you a promise. This is spirit giving you a promise, Cassie. I think that this is something that you've been wanting to happen, but in order for the new to happen, you have to crack it. you have to crack the old and sort of beat it to death. I mean, not beat it to death. Oh my gosh, that sounds really bad. Um, I'm not talking about a rug. I don't. I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say what your guides are saying because it's like a room full of guides right now. But she keeps saying she gosh, she's like really far away, Cassie. I'm sorry. Hang on. She says that this you don't necessarily have to take the safe route, that they've made promises to you. You've asked for things, and Spirit has made promises to you, but they can't give you what you want until you let go of what you have. I don't know exactly what that means. And I'm not telling you to go without a job. I mean, because that would scare the pee out of me. Going, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do? I don't. But I think there's something better like lining up for you, something that you've really wanted. Hmm. Okay, what's happening? You need to block Elizabeth Russett. She's a scammer. I'm so sorry, you guys. I can't see her in the chat. These scammers have gotten really smart and they go to individuals in the thread and start a thread with them, and I can't see that. So I can't block them from here. Um, I'm so sorry, but I appreciate all of you that are blocking her in the chat. Um, okay, I've got time for one more. I'm definitely shutting this down at 8 o'clock, guys. So this last person that popped up was Shannon. Shannon, I think that was you. Let's see what I got for you, okay? And then I'm definitely shutting down because I've never done a live reading for 2 hours. It's a good thing I got the Coke Zero, huh? Like Coke adds life, and everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola. All right, I'm old. Sorry. And I told you guys I wasn't gonna sing. All right, Shannon. Shannon, Bobana, Banana, Fana, Fofana, B5, Momentum. Shannon. I don't know why I did that. I swear, there is a man here doing that. I don't know if he just thought it was funny. It's not Shannon, it's Sharon. I even said it wrong. Oh my gosh. Sharon, I am so sorry. I'm like calling you Shannon. Sharon, I'm back online with the right person. All right, hang on. Sharon, give me 2 seconds. Cass, use your intuition. Cassie, they're saying write down what you want. Write down what you want. And it's going to open up. They keep showing me you writing stuff down. I don't know if you're writing down the pros and cons, but yeah, keep your options open. I like that. Okay, Sharon, I got it. That man is still singing. He's still singing the banana song. Banana. Yeah. Okay, Sharon. Sharon. Okay, prosperity begins. This, I know you asked for something about your partner, but this has to do with you. This has to do, it's really both of you. It's really both of you planting the seed together. That's the only way this is really going to grow. I feel like the two of you operate so much better like together. So if you're and you guys want to be independent, you don't want to like be like oh like codependent and relying on each other, like I really need them. But in this case, actually in most cases with the two of you, you guys operate so much better together. So it's almost like that person needs your oh my gosh, my email is wrong on that. Huh. My email is wrong at the bottom of the ticker. Sorry about that. But it's almost like you guys need each other. You need that. I don't know. It's like one has to feed the other. like constantly. It's almost like fire and air. You know how fire can't survive without air, and air needs something to be able to feed, and it can't really feed earth, it can't really feed water. It can move water, but it fire and air work really well together elementally, because air has something to feed with fire, and fire really needs air in order to grow bigger. And that's what I keep seeing with the two of you, Sharon. Again, I know you were asking about your partner and the job, but this is something that you two need to build together. It's something that y'all, and it's a one card. So it's Genesis, it's new beginnings. The thing about the one is it's also not just about new beginnings, but it's also about dusting off some old ideas that have been sitting on the shelf and breathing new life into them. So that's something to realize. That's something to be that's something to think about. But this is where your prosperity begins. Is when the two of you really start working as a team and you plant something together and you build on it together. That's an important component here. I feel like if your partner had the kind of confidence that you have, or maybe their confidence is a little down right now. So it's I mean, maybe they need your confidence right now. Maybe they need that energy from you. Let me see what your clarification card is, and I'm gonna fix. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm going to fix the uh I don't know what's happening. Hang on. I'm going to fix the email address. Sorry. Um right now. I cannot believe this. Like I think I put that in myself. And if I put it in myself and I like screwed it up, how embarrassing is that? Um okay. That's my correct email address. Seriously, how embarrassing is that? I'm a genius. Yeah. Okay. Sharon, I really want to see what your clarifying card is. Oh, a bunch dropped out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sharon, this is about you. And I know that this person, your partner, probably doesn't want to be nurtured, probably doesn't want to feel like somebody's feeling sorry for them. Um but I think they need some nurturing. I think they need to see how valuable they are. And you have the ability to do that. I'm not saying like give up your power. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that sometimes it's just like I was saying earlier with my kids. Sometimes I need to be the disciplinarian and sometimes I need to be the nurturer. So it's just like splitting that masculine and feminine energy like back and forth, like which way are you going to go? Who needs it today? Do they need your masculine energy or your feminine energy? Or do they need you to get your cat's butt out of your face? Do I love that? I mean, I love this cat. So, I think this is a I think this is a really, really good I think this is a good one, Sharon, is nurturing, not babying, maybe a little bit of tough love, but nurturing and giving them some confidence. Because I've had to do that with my husband, who I call Dr. Seuss. I don't know if you've heard any of my talks, but I call my husband Dr. Seuss, and sometimes I just go, you're really awesome. You're really awesome. You're really good at this. I just need you to see it. I need you to jump in and see what I see. And he's just like, I just don't feel that way. I'm like, well, feel that way or not, that's who you are. That's who you are. And it takes him a minute, but he bounces up. But he is a man. Tough love occasionally works with Dr. Seuss. But y'all, I live in a house full of men. The cat's a boy. I got 3 dogs. 2 of them are girls, but I mean, come on, they're fixed. It's not like they can really help me out here. Okay. I know I said I was wrapping it up, but I only had one more person ask for a reading, and that is Robin Withers. So I'm going to do that really fast, and then I am signing off. I appreciate you guys so much. I really, really do. Now that I put my correct email address in the ticker, but you guys can also reach me at Metaphysical Roundtable at any time. Like, you can send messages and stuff. Um, okay. Robin. Oh, Robin, you would like to know about your son. This is support. This is root chakra. Root chakra is really like deep work. It's support, it's love, it is your relationships, and it's everything that helps us to grow. It's our root chakra. I mean, I know I keep saying root chakra, but I want you to think of it like trees, like the tree of life that I have here. I have tree of life over there. It is like what we are planting. And honestly, you are your son's roots. Um I'm having a hard time figuring out what's going on because I don't understand why I'm seeing like it's like I'm either seeing two suns or I'm seeing two sides or something here. Um okay. Your clarification card is activation. Okay, again, I see you putting it's like more life into him. I I'm trying to see what is going on, and I'm getting like y'all, I can't even tell you, this room is full of spirit guides. It's like everybody that came in, they're like, "Oh, wait, let me talk to them." I'm trying really hard to stick to the cards because I didn't want it to wear me out. But but I'm getting in some really crazy images in my head, Robin. And I like because I keep seeing him, it's like I don't know if I'm seeing him like super connected to spirit or like really, really spiritual and then like half on earth. I can't figure out what I'm seeing. I, there's a few times that I've seen this. I've seen this with people that have crossed over or transition. I've seen this with people who have a super strong spiritual connection. And then here on earth, people see them as uh, that have one of the things like autism or Asperger's or something like that because they have such a hard time like connecting uh to like humans. One of my sons has that. He's in a weird place with that as well, and so sometimes it's really difficult for me to like differentiate what I'm seeing with like the flashes that they're giving me. But this has to do with there's something here that you guys are giving to each other, that you guys are like it's again that root chakra, which is supporting and nurturing, uh, and they keep just going back to supporting because the root system does support everything. And then activation with wind, where it's like you're trying to bring it around or you're trying to remember something and keep it going and keep it going. It's not going to end. It's not going to end. I mean, because uh, you know trees have roots, but we also give off fruit, but that fruit is still connected to those roots somehow. It's all part of the same structure, and they go off and they have their own roots, but they're still part of that main thing. It's like I love to buy apple cider vinegar that's from the mother. I know. I mean, I actually get that as gifts, and I love those gifts. I mean, let me tell you, my almost sister in law gave me some of that, and I'm like, I love you. Please marry my brother. I mean, but because it came from that place, it came from the mother. So the reason why we have the tree of life is because there is something that sprouted all of us, right? There's something that sprouted all of us, and we always go back to that source. We always go back to that source energy, just like they teach us in law of attraction. That's why I love the law of attraction part, that you know, when you can work through your grief when you've lost someone, you start to realize that now your relationship is still there. It's just gone through a transition, and now they're never gone. Oh my gosh, Robin. That's why I keep seeing him like in spirit. But what I don't what I don't understand is that I still see like a part of him anchored here, and I think that's the part of you, because he was a chunk of you. But that means you also have a part that has transitioned. So there's a part of you that's gone over, and there's a part of him that's still here. Does that make sense? And that's the root chakra. That's what I keep seeing here. Oh, Robin. Oh, hun. You have my absolute sympathy. But I'm telling you, and don't make me cry because I'm going to cry off my eyelashes. And this is the last reading, and I don't want to cry off my eyelashes right here at the end. It's difficult, but now he will never be away from you. And that's hard. That's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but I just watched a video about um the law of attraction people, Esther and Jerry Hicks, and when Jerry transitioned over, that Esther had such a hard time. And then when she finally worked through some of her grief, she realized that he was there with her all the time. And she was like, and now he's not in a bad mood. I mean, wouldn't that be fabulous? You just get the good parts about him. Holy shit. That would be fantastic. I know, but you still miss him. I mean, you can't help it, you know, but oh, Hope, I'm so sorry. Oh, Hope. You guys, I'm so sorry. I lost so many pregnancies before they actually got here. And so I can't imagine losing one that I had brought up. I mean, it was hard enough for me just losing ones that I had already gotten attached to. So you guys are amazing. I appreciate you sharing this with me, and I hope that this definitely helps. But oh, Hope, this is a hard time of year because it's all about new beginnings. This We're in sun sign of Aries right now, which is the first sign of the zodiac. We just had a new moon in Aries again, the first new moon after the spring equinox, and also, you know, Aries, first sign of the zodiac. So we've got a lot of new beginnings happening right here, and we've got a lot of new things turning, but it doesn't mean that we have to leave. We're just leaving behind things that no longer serve us. But our memories, especially our good memories, we don't leave those behind. And I can tell you that even after we transition, the good memories stay with us, because spirit guides tell me that all the time. Hey, Angie, it's good to see you. I am so grateful for you guys to let me read for you tonight. I've had such a wonderful time, and we will be continuing our psychic fair, our online psychic fair, again on April 24th. And it'll be sort of the same rhythm, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m., all Eastern Standard Time. So check your time schedules. And we'll have some readers then too, some new readers. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I had a blast, and we'll see you guys later this week. And until I see you guys again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.